Spencer Dees. I'm going to host tonight. Welcome to your weekly Sunrider call. Hope you're all having a really nice week and staying hydrated in this heat. I know that I've been getting quite a few emails. A lot of you are a little confused how to stay hydrated, which, again, isn't surprising, but I think we have to revisit it multiple times. So we will one more time. But guys, stay hydrated in the heat. All right. I want to thank everyone who hosted last week. Thank you very much. My children are just out of school, and so I am taking a little time to be with them. And I know for a lot of you, there's little mini vacations that you've been taking, especially after quite a year. So I'm on board. A little R&R is good for the soul, especially with family. So welcome, everyone. This is our weekly Sunrider call, and this is a call that's for you. It's all about the Sunrider products, our foods, our lines that we use to clean our homes, our clothes that we use on our skin. I'm going to ask you guys that you will star 6 to mute or hit your mute button so that you can talk to your family and make dinner and use your blender and watch your TV, which I can hear. And then you can star 6 again or unmute if you want to jump on and ask questions or share your experiences. But this really is an interactive call for you, okay? We've been doing this for years, and it's a way for all of us with all of our crazy lives, right? To share our experiences, share what we know, share some of what we do not know, ask questions, and glean a lot of new ways to use these amazing foods. For me, I'm going to just start by saying that I've been using and consuming these foods myself, my family. I've been in private practice now for over 20 years in the field of nutrition. That this is the sole line that I carry in my practice, and I've raised my children on these foods, on these products. We love them. Sunrider is for all of us, I think, really an amazing holistic toolbox that allows for each one of us in the privacy of our own homes to really help ourselves to feel well. It allows for us to have answers, right? I know you all can relate to this. Allows for us to have answers and hope and aha moments that we can use food to actually build ourselves up and feel better. That's the goal, guys. That is the goal. For a lot of us who are in the field, for me, I have doctorates and a lot of education, and I will say that the question I get asked the most is always, how do I feel better? I just want to feel better, right? And so Sunrider for all of us is a way to inspire us, but to nourish us to feel better. And when you feel better, then you're actively out there sharing it and excited about it. But our first step is always self-care. And I will forever say that to you, that if you are not self-caring, back up, right? And you have to start there, because first you have to feel good yourself. And it's that adage of being on the airplane, right? We have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first so that we can take care of those around us, not put it on them first. And so I'm going to ask you for tonight that you think about, how am I self-caring? Am I really using and consuming these foods, the skincare, the household cleaner, right? The fruit and vegetable rinse, all of these amazing holistic products that allow for me to have the best quality of my life? Am I truly feeling well? Or could I improve that? Because tonight's a night to ask yourself, is there room for me to improve? And I will always say there's always room to improve, right? I think there's always room to improve. I'm going to just read you, as I like to do, right from Sunrider's catalog. And you can go online onto their website, which I will do in a second. They have amazing literature, wonderful catalogs. But for me, I love reading. I'm a researcher by nature. My background is absolutely, I love the science of food, the science of medicine. I enjoy it. And so for me to read about Doctors Jen, about Sunrider as a whole, about how they came to be, and how these products really work within our bodies is really exciting. And it's right there for all of you. But something I'm always fascinated by is this one little paragraph that Sunrider states right up front, who we are. This is directly from the Chen family. We are a world-class company that creates the finest herb-based products. Our purpose is to nourish the world, and I really want you to put yourself in there, all right? To nourish you. It's not just the world, it's to nourish you. It's to nourish, our purpose is to nourish the world and you, and to inspire a life of balance, authenticity, and well-being for you. Our vision is to foster a culture of opportunity so that people anywhere, each one of us, feel empowered to challenge our own conventions, push beyond our own boundaries, and pave a path for each one of us to success. Welcome. And that success, everybody, starts with well-being. We believe that investing in the holistic well-being of you, of people, allows for you to live out your best life. Because of this, we're committed to empowering personal and professional prosperity while supporting healthy living. Our values matter, right? They matter when I am at Whole Foods, right? When I am at a farmer's market, when I am planting my own garden, when I am anywhere where I am purchasing something. I always ask the questions, how's it grown? Who grew it? What are the values of those people that I'm about, right? I'm about to invest in these products that I'm putting in my family's bodies, or I'm going to put in the ground and grow and then harvest myself and still share with my family and put them in their bodies or myself. Who are these people and what are their values? It matters. And Sunrider states right up front, our values. Our values are integrity. We protect the true nature of ingredients and refuse to compromise the nutritional power in our products, promoting complete wellness in families and communities around the world. That matters to me. I hope it matters to you. Innovation. I love this. We marry the intelligence of nature with the intellect of modern technology so that they can complement each other with each other. It's not an either or, it's a complement. We believe that everyone is capable of success, and we are committed to empowering a person to lead a life of independence and prosperity, and I will add, and well-being. Harmony. We pursue balance in our lives and in our bodies. And we are committed to nurturing your pursuit of a whole and peaceful life. They want you to feel good. Connectedness. We believe in the unshakable connections within ourselves, to people surrounding us, to our immediate environment, and to the universe. They believe in connection. Wisdom. We root all our decisions in compassion. Very important. In compassion for people, for you, and a care for the future, using our collective knowledge for the greater good. And reward. We believe that everybody is capable of success and are committed to empowering each person to lead their best life. I think their values are fantastic, and it gives, I hope, all of us great hope and a real committed foundation to understanding that they have great purpose and great integrity in the products that they are putting forth. For me, as a doctor in the field, I look to who are the founders. who is running the company. And I hope for all of you, you will always do that. There is expertise from the bottom up and from the top down. Doctors Tei-Fu Chen, Oi-Lin Chen, world-renowned herbalist, degrees in pharmacy, Dr. Oi-Lin Chen, a medical doctor, Dr. Ruben Chen, medical doctor, Eric Chen, an organic chemist. This is the family, oversee the research, the development, and the manufacturing of every Sunrider product. That's important to me. And I hope it's important to you that you want to know that they have a vested interest in what they're putting in your body. What separates Sunrider is really spectacular. It's a term that's really unique to Sunrider. It's a term called regeneration. We've used this term many times, and for a lot of you over these weeks, you've emailed me and asked me this question, which is, what really is regeneration? I hear it. I hear my sponsors talking about it. I sort of understand it. So I'm going to simplify this for you, right? I have children I can simplify. It's very simple. When you put in the best quality food into your body, the best nutrition in your body, and your body really can absorb it and digest it and convert it to fuel, something amazing happens. You ready? It repairs itself. It renews itself, and it does something called regenerates itself. It means that it's using that nutrition to return, right? I use that word honestly. Return the clock back to when you were your healthiest. Regeneration means to make new. It's to allow your cells to have the best nutrition so that they can turn that clock back to your best self. You can also say turn that clock forward to your best self. But regeneration, quite simply put, is to make new again. The only way to do that, guys, is to put the best version of nutrition in those cells. We can read about it. We can think about it. That won't do it. You actually have to consume it. Or you can even use it on your skin and have regeneration within the cell. Sunrider takes this a step further. They take that spectacular nutrition that allows for your body to make those cells new again and repair themselves and create this regeneration, and they concentrate it. Meaning they do not just say 1 ounce of nutrition is good. They say, let's give 100. So what they've done is they've taken and concentrated, right? This is the key here. They've concentrated the nutrition. So we grow the carrots. We take 1 carrot and we spray dry onto that 1 carrot the nutrition of 10 other carrots, and we eat the 1 carrot. Now we have concentrated superior nutrition. That's what Sunrider has done. And not only did they concentrate it, but in their brilliance, they kept what we call the synergy or the structure of that carrot intact. So it's called whole food nutrition, meaning the carrot, still the carrot. They did not break it down. So when your body receives it, even if it looks like a capsule, even if it looks like a powder, it receives it as if you were chomping on that carrot. So they've concentrated the carrot. They kept the structure intact so your body can actually use the nutrition to its best possible degree. And then they did something even more brilliant, right? They made it digestible, absorbable, and created it in a way for your body to convert it into fuel. This is their brilliance. For us, The regeneration piece just means somebody gave us the best nutrition, concentrated it, kept it in its best form, and all we had to do was eat it. That's it. That's all we had to do. And all of a sudden, our cells start getting healthier. They renew themselves. They repair themselves. And every ingredient, guys, in every Sunrider product, whether you're using it on your skin or you're consuming it, is exactly the same, meaning it's all been concentrated. It's all still got the structure of the original form, whether it's a berry or it's a carrot or it's a leafy green. You may not see it that way, but the structure's still there. And you eat it and you use it. The beauty is that whether you know it or not, your body is regenerating. And for some of you, you notice it in the blink of an eye, right? In a week, you say, oh my goodness, I feel amazing. But I like to tell all of you the same thing. Sometimes it takes time. Don't give up. It takes time. You may not feel it. You may not know it. But it's no different than if I said to you, go out, pick all those leafy greens. I promise the iron is in that green. I promise the calcium is in that green. You may not feel it yet. But a couple months from now, when we look at your blood work, we're going to see it. I promise you, you will feel better and you will regenerate and you will have a better you going forward. Your skin, your deficiencies, everything. Give it time. Give it time. My favorite part to this whole story is that there is nothing in here that I cannot give my children, that I have not used in a sippy cup or a bottle, sent away to college, given my almost 90-year-old dad. Everybody benefits. And whatever your body needs, you will glean from it. There is nothing else like Sunrider. So when you're out and about and everybody's comparing vitamin C's or vitamin D's, or they're saying, my protein powder is better than your protein powder, there's nothing similar. And I've looked. There's nothing similar. Okay? So there's my impassioned story and plea. Eat your Sunrider, use it, do not give up. Keep going, and I'm going to share some of these products with you, and then I'm going to ask for everyone to jump in and share your testimonies. So let's just start with the obvious. It's hot, right? For a lot of you, these weeks have been very warm, and hydration, even though we've discussed it, seems to elude a lot of you. So again, I'm going to simplify this. When you are thirsty, you are dehydrated. Does that make sense? Do you understand? When the thirst hits, you've passed dehydration. You're there. The goal is to hydrate ahead of it. We have lots of products that require a carrier, such as water, to break down the nutrition, to allow that transit, or to bring it to the organs, to convert it to fuel. But we have one product called Fortune Delight that allows for that water to be even more hydrating. We have a product that's called ElectroSport that allows for you to even add more electrolytes to your hydration. I'm going to just tell you, for everybody who is perspiring, for everybody who is outside, you must, and I mean it, you must hydrate. For everybody who is emailing me, I'm getting headaches and I'm dizzy and I'm nauseous and I don't know which product I'm supposed to use, I'm always going to answer you the same way. You are dehydrated. Start here. Drink ample amounts of Fortune Delight. The question I have gotten all week is one Fortune Delight enough? And I know Mac would be laughing. She's probably laughing in the background. No, it's not enough. Drink more. Think of it as when you feed your family. Do you give them one meal a day? Do you give them one berry? You can drink as much Fortune Delight as you like. Hydrate. If you're out and about, if you're outside, even if your weather is dry, but it's hot, you're still perspiring. You just don't see it. All of a sudden you wonder, where'd my energy go? Why am I a little bit more tired than I thought I was? You're dehydrated. You just don't know it. For those of us who are perspiring, we all know it, right? So, Fortune Delight, I'm starting here because I think that it's important. And I will tell you, for everybody who's constantly asking me, how many do you drink? We go through so much Fortune Delight in my house. I don't even want to tell you, but I start my day with 3. I make a pitcher, right? Always. Put it in the refrigerator. Let the kids drink from it. You drink from it. Add the ElectroSport into the Fortune Delight, and then add your Sun Nectar or your Sunny Dew. Remember, that helps your blood sugar, which always is off kilter when you are dehydrated. Always. So squirt that Sun Nectar. It's good for you into that pitcher. Add 3 to 4 packets or a family size, right, of the 20 gram of Fortune Delight, and add your vial of ElectroSport for the extra electrolytes. When you perspire, guys, you lose your electrolytes. That's where all of your symptoms are coming from. The dizziness, the lightheadedness, the headaches, the kids on the ball fields, right? Margie playing pickleball. For those of us that are just on the porch reading a book. But here's the thing about Fortune Delight, and I will always go back to this. Listen to what Sunrider says. Go to the website, click more info, all right? Skip the energy drinks. Fortune Delight delivers healthy hydration. That's the key. It's not just it's not a tea. It delivers healthy hydration without any fat, any added caffeine, and any sugar, and the crash that follows. And that crash, guys, is not just those extremes of I was high and now I'm low. That crash can look like, wow, my heart is racing. Why is my heart racing? Why is my child saying, my gosh, I feel like I'm going to pass out? Right? Right. You all know this. Why am I outside walking and suddenly I'm just tired? We all know what it feels like to be dehydrated. Why are my lips dry? Why is my mouth parched? Why is my scalp dry? Why is my skin dry? You're dehydrated. I don't care how much you're drinking, you're dehydrated. Whether you're an infant or you're 90, you're dehydrated, okay? Sunrider states the Super Tea packs 4 times the concentration of vital nutrients and antioxidants found in traditional green tea. So anyone, even who's looking at, and I have a lot that love it, I do too, green tea, this is so far more concentrated than anything on the market that this is the go-to. Sunrider states it. It's here to nourish, cleanse, and energize. The key here, though, it's healthy hydration. Drink as much as you want. The ElectroSport, take the vial, open it up, pour it in there. It gives you all of the electrolytes, and this is important because something like Gatorade or Ultra Fuel or a lot of these energy drinks that are on the market that are very popular, and in a crisis everyone goes to, there's a reason, because that the sodium, potassium, and sugar are what you lose. You lose first. And this, when you drink a Gatorade, you get that lift, that energy. It's not just the sugar. It's because your blood sugar bottomed. What this does, the ElectroSport, is it puts in all the electrolytes, not just 3, but all the ones you deplete. So whether it's, I always say this, the electrolytes that allow your brain to think a little clearer, right? The electrolytes that allow for you to get that lift of energy, that sprite in your step, that allow for you to exercise, that allow for you to garden, that allow for you to be outside. Whatever it is, and I've always said this, and for those of you women going through menopause, this is your go-to. Keep it by your bedside at night. Make your tea, put your ElectroSport in it, add your Sunny-Do or Sun Nectar, add your ice, and keep it by your bed and drink it when you wake up and you have those crazy hot flashes. No different, same thing. But whether, guys, this is children or adults, everybody requires this. And there's no amount of food, this is the truth, that can replace hydration. You need the liquid. Okay? So we're starting there. The next thing that I want to bring to your attention is something equally as important right now. And that's, in my opinion, something that a lot of you, again, keep asking me about. We have a concept called NBC, meaning that we have herbs that nourish the body, or I like to say the cells, the white blood cells, right? The red blood cells, they nourish. We have the N, then we have the B, that balance out how your organs function. And then we have the C, which allows for all of the toxicity or toxins that we all carry, we breathe in, to be eliminated, whether it's through urination or through our perspiration. NBC, we have products that feed, nourish, and balance, okay? We have something called New Plus. New Plus has another form. It's called a SunBar. This is the time of year where bars become very important, or shakes become very important. And a lot of people will turn very quickly to a protein shake. They're a hot commodity. And we have the best protein powder on the market. It's a pea protein. But when it comes to recovery food, or it comes to food that actually keeps your organs functioning properly, keeps the heart, right? Keeps your heart pumping properly, your blood pressure balanced. It allows for all the systems to function optimally because we're getting in enough of the right nutrition every day versus I worked out, so I'm going to eat protein powder. New Plus and SunBar are the key. They keep our bodies level. They keep our organs functioning. Sometimes we don't know what we need, but we need it. If we're going to think, we're going to be active, we're going to be, right? For me, I'm going to take care of children, or whatever it is that each of us is doing every day, we need energy, we need fuel, but we need our organs to function optimally. And because we all are born genetically different, we all, right, and through our lives, we have different deficiencies. But every day we use up our nutrition and we need to replace it. And that's the aha that so many of you this week seem to have received, that you have to replace your nutrition. It's not you eat one New Plus and then a month from now you eat the next one. It's every day we need good, solid nutrition for our organs to function, not just treatment. All right, not just I'm going to eat my protein powder because I'm working out. But what am I eating to keep my organs functioning and my systems balanced? I love New Plus. It gives you all the right nutrition that you need in a dense form, low calorie for everybody. But there's also another form of it. It's called a SunBar. And bars have always been the hot commodity, but as of right now on the market, bars are selling out. Everybody's looking for them. It's easy. Everyone's throwing them in their bags. Kids want them. Adults want them. But what happens is nobody's looking at the ingredients. SunBar is the best bar we have on the market. I've looked at so many bars. SunBar is New Plus in the bar form. So it regulates and feeds all of these major systems, digestion and circulation, right? Think about this. Endocrine, immune system, respiratory system. I love this part. It feeds your brain. You think clearer, but it also allows for cells, those white blood cells that keep your body fighting infection, that keep your immune system strong. The red blood cells, right, that oxygenate your body. It's very important we get the right nutrition every single day, not some days. So New Plus is one way to do it. But the second would be to eat it in a bar form. Some of you eat it. One more time, I've learned how many of you have not or are not. So I want you to listen to what Sunrider says about a SunBar. Crafted from whole foods. Think of that carrot. It's in its whole food state. That's what they're saying. Crafted from whole foods and herbs. Our tasty on-the-go bars deliver sustained energy. Not sporadic, not erratic, but sustained energy, just like New Plus. And balanced nutrition in every bite. It's high in fiber. And we know that when something's high in fiber, the body loves it. The digestive tract works optimally. Therefore, we absorb and digest our foods more effectively. Our weight is better. Our cholesterol, triglycerides are better. But also, I will forever say this, there's so many links between the benefit of fiber in preventing cancer, or for those that are struggling with it. That this is having the extra fiber makes all the difference in your body, especially those with breast cancer. That's research you can look up. But high in fiber, yet very low in sugars. All right? They raise the bar, and I love this, on healthy snacking and satisfying meal replacement, or for me, it's just a snack. And the key is these are slow-burning carbs, which means it fills you up and it holds you so that you're not starving. And a lot of times I love a SunBar with an apple. That's my go-to. It's got the healthy fats, meaning that for everyone who keeps texting me, where am I getting my omega-3, 6, and 9? Here's one spot for you. Your healthy fats are right in the SunBar. It's also GMO-free. That's really important. For those of you that like tofu, that's what the protein source is in here, but this is GMO-free soy protein, meaning that there's no isolated soy protein in here at all. At all. That's very important, and Sunrider has put that on the website because a lot of you stopped eating it when you thought that there was isolated soy protein in here. GMO-free soy protein. It's also packed with MetaBalance, right? So we've got a MetaBalance version of vitamins in here and antioxidants. The key is that it's balanced nutrition like New Plus. It's rich in antioxidants, meaning that it builds the body. It will support and sustain your energy. It's got a really important good source of fiber. And for me, I spend a lot of time with a lot of people with colon issues, and I'm always encouraging a SunBar. I think if you look here on the SunBar and you look under, I love looking at some of the ingredients, and Sunrider's wonderful because they will list ingredients and they will list some of the benefits of those. But if you look at one of my favorite ingredients in here, it's called FOS. And this is similar. I want you to look at this. This is very specific to Sunrider. It's similar to I want to say this in an easy way. This is a soluble fiber prebiotic. We talk a lot about probiotics and prebiotics. about gut health. And this ingredient supports the growth of the good beneficial bacteria in your gut, which aids in your digestion and supports your immune system, meaning it fights infection. So when you're eating that SunBar and you're getting that FOS that's in here, you're actually building your gut health, not just getting a snack or a meal replacement. And we need both probiotics and we need prebiotics. And so when we talk a lot about, especially, going forward, I want you all to think about, am I putting the best quality food in my mouth every day? Am I making good choices? Is this going to give me the wellness that I am asking for? And does this regenerate? Okay? That is your SunBar. And you can go directly to the Sunrider website and you can click on, there's a really lovely spot. It'll say a product fact sheet. Click on it and it gives you all this wonderful, wonderful information. I want to give you another product that I think is important and very underused. And some of you love it, and the majority of you do not use this. But at this time of year, with people being more active, and for a lot of you, you want to be more active, I want you to look at a product called Sport Caps. And I know for a lot of you, you kind of, you're like me. You have probably a shelf where you have 20 different bottles, and every morning you kind of open them up and pour a few in your hand. I want you to understand what the Sport Caps are so that you can actually use these more frequently. But for the rest of you, this is a new product I know for you. Sport Caps are not just about sports, but for everybody who wants to be active, who is active, who wants to go out into the garden, who wants to take a walk, who wants to actually go to a fitness class or to taekwondo, or who has children and they're just chasing after them. Sport Caps make all the difference. So here's why. Listen, before you decide it's not for you, just hear me out. Fitness isn't a destination. See, I'm all about, you cannot just eat right, you actually have to move your body because you have to drain that lymphatic system. You have to actually produce endorphins. You actually have to move, which is equal to getting in the right nutrition. You don't have to be crazy about it, but you do have to move. We cannot be sedentary and just sit. Fitness isn't a destination. It's about constantly just pushing forward, whatever that means for you. For some of you, it's just going to the grocery store. For others, it's a marathon. But it's constantly pushing forward and testing your limits. This is great for the kids also. Sport Caps are designed to help, and they help in ways, guys, that'll surprise you. It's designed to help or ideal for an athlete or anyone with an active lifestyle. And I'm going to always say this. It is your definition of what active means. And for a lot of you, I have a lot of you using these, and active means that you're using a walker and you're exhausted from it. And others are actually in a triathlon. But I keep these in my kitchen for all my sons. All right? My daughter's a dancer. We swear by these. But it's with an active lifestyle. This is an antioxidant-rich herbal formula that's got bee pollen. Now, I eat this. I love this. It's a natural superfood that nourishes and energizes. Plus, it gives you endurance. Now, anybody who, and I know a whole bunch of you who are on this call tonight because you're texting me right now asking me a question. Any of you who are chasing children around, and I'm going to speak directly to you for a minute. I know your exhaustion factor. I know your exhaustion factor. And I know the running around. I am telling you this is your go-to product. It gives you endurance. For those of you, 2 of you just texted and said that you actually clean houses and wanting to know if this would help with your endurance because you're tired. This is what I'm talking about. Think about how this fits in for you. This gives you endurance and it energizes. But here's the spectacular part of this. This helps you recover faster. So anybody, and I was listening to my mom, and she may be listening because I just ordered this for her. She actually does not use these, but she will. She is in her late 70s, and we took her for the first time since we've opened up here to my daughter had a birthday party, and we went to a place called Fun and Games, right? A lot of you know it. And it is more like skee ball and basketball and laser tag and all that fun stuff. And my parents decided that they were going to play basketball and skee ball. That's how happy they were to be there, which was lovely. And she only told me today how she has spent 4 days in recovery pain from it because she's not been used to it. Her body's not used to that kind of active activity or shooting the basketball or the skee ball, the amount that she played. I immediately ordered the sport caps. It's recovery food. So not only does it give you energy and support your performance and give you stamina, but it speeds up your post-recovery time. So when you are newly active, for a lot of you, or you're running around, and the end of the day, you realize, uh-oh, I hurt. This is your go-to food. This is your go-to. Or you want to increase the amount you're walking. Or you want to add to. You need recovery food. We have a lot of products, but I am telling you, the bee pollen in here, along with these ingredients, sustain your stamina, but the recovery is spectacular. Men and women and kids. So I want you to think about the combination of sport caps, SunBars, and Fortune Delight for the summer. This is endurance, hydration, stamina, recovery. It's going to get you up and moving and feeling good. All right. Who's used these foods? Who has anything they want to share? Any experiences? Jump on in. You can start 6 and it'll unmute you. Oh, I love that. You can all challenge each other to speak first. Go.
I've used them sport caps, and I wouldn't be without them.
Seriously?
Yeah, I gotta have them.
You gotta have them. gotta have them.
Yeah,
I love that. Carol, tell me why you gotta have them.
Because as a caregiver, you need the endurance, the stamina.
Okay. So as a caregiver, you're on your feet all the time. You're moving. You're going. You're lifting. Right. You're busy, and it gives you that stamina.
To the doctor, if you take them to the doctor, if you're running them around the VA, whatever you're doing. Yeah, you got to.
What do you feel, Carol, from your sport caps?
Endurance. I
love
can
it.
feel it because I get to the end and I think, oh, I wouldn't go this far on a normal day.
Wow. This is Carol, that's the whole point. There are people that either have them on their shelves and don't use them or don't even know about them. They really don't. Oh my gosh, thank you for saying that. Thank you for sharing that. All right, Margie, jump in, sport cap lover.
Well, like you, as you've referred before, I played tennis for 40 years, but now it's pickleball, and it's so amazing that it's just so necessary for me to have the sport cap. Of course, along with ElectroSport, has to have that. in my Fortune Delight, but that's one of those things. But the endurance, that's what I noticed, because I'm 60. I'll be 66 in August, and I'm playing. I mean, yesterday I'm beating kids. You know, these women that are like 25 years younger than me, and it's they're running out of steam, and I'm not, and it's amazing. I know it's the nutrition. It's not fitness, because they're way more fit than I am. But it's kind of one of those things where I know that when I'm drinking and constantly keeping in my body, it gives me the endurance, and I can play these tournaments. I'm playing a tournament on Thursday, and it's going to be hot, and it's all day long. And so it's without sport caps, without my Sunrise, without my ElectroSport, and all these other things that I use, and the SunBar. I don't think I could keep up, but it's just one of those things that I have to have too. But I know it's my mom. She uses it too around her house. She loves a lot of the products, that she's not, playing sports, but she's just changing beds and doing all the things. And at 90 years of age, she's got the energy and the endurance to do these kind of things. So it's kind of amazing. I appreciate you talking about these. These are great.
Yay! That's the whole point, guys, is that when you hear that activity is different for everybody, our lives are all different. The foods are the same, though, and they will fill our voids, and what we need. And that's why I wanted to point out, it's not just, right, about a stage of life where you think, I'm going to go jog today, or I'm going to go play tennis today, therefore I'll use sport caps. Carol's talking about every day as a caregiver. Margie's talking about every day, and definitely some specifics with being active, but also her mom, just making the beds. I want to share, Margie, just on that, one of the most precious moments was the other day. My dad, who's almost 90, drove over and said, we're absolutely going to buy flowers and plants, and he loves it, and we're going to spend the day, and we are working on your yard. Oh, okay. So off I went. I left everybody, and you would have thought he was really 25. He was so bright and active and loving it. And I knew without the nutrition, that man was not going to be that man that day. And so it's hot. It's outside. He usually takes a nap. There was no nap. We went directly from planting, right, to buying soil. If you ever saw him lifting the mulch, I kept staring at him, thinking I was shocked, but I understood first of all, when you give your body what it needs, your body does miraculous things. So Margie's point of, if I didn't have the foods, or if I did have the foods, guys, if we didn't have the foods, we would not be doing these things. We would be deficient. So this is the gift. We all have a gift. But I want you to see that for each one of us, regardless of our age or our life, these foods fit in. They fit in. So go back to the website, go back to your order page and look again. Because I think you're missing out on some of the foods that actually can make the biggest differences. And I have a feeling that Mac is going to say on the next call, I usually buy all of this, but I think I'm going to increase my sport caps. I want all of you, come next week, to really share that you've added, whether it's the ElectroSport in with the Fortune Delight, that you've done what Carol and Margie are saying, you added in your sport cap, that you've attempted, right, to increase your new plus, or you've added the SunBar, that you feel, right, that you are contributing to your wellness. And that's our goal. That's the self-care piece. So we're all right now focused on contributing to our wellness so that we can then turn around and help contribute to somebody else's. But it has to start with us. All right? So we hydrate, we self-care. We're going to add some of these endurance, active foods that allow us to feel uplifted, and we can go further with this endurance. And then you're going to share next week, okay? All right, I'm not sure, but Marlene, honey, or Donna, if you're on, could you share the next calls? And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How old are you, Dad? Dr. Dees? Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm thinking that Donna, are you there? Okay, I'm not sure. Marlene, are you there, honey?
Yes,
I couldn't hear
right
you.
here, honey.
Go ahead, honey.
Yes, no, right after this call, thank you so much, Karen. Fantastic information, new for some and reminders for others, and increased for others.
But I'm bummed.
Right? So anyway, right after this call is the Rising Stars call, fantastic support group call, and that you just go to the Rising Stars Facebook page, and the link and the phone number are right there.
Perfect. So you can go right to Facebook, go right to Rising Stars, or my page, either or, and you'll see the Zoom link and also the phone. The phone number's right there if you want to just call in. All right, everybody, be well. Remember, self-care. Focus on getting yourself, investing in your wellness, okay? That's our goal for the week. And thank you all, and thank you, Mac, for taping it. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Dees.
Good